この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo, and I am here for Ousama Ranking Episode 18. I'm also here to speedrun the intro, so we're done with the intro. I rewatched 17 just a second ago. There will be a beep beep timer to count you down, or picture-in-picture versions in the description. Let's go for Ousama Ranking 18. Boom. Fuck, I fucked it up. I clicked it too weird. Boom. Sometimes when I hit it with too much force, it like double clicks it, and so it play pauses. It's failure. Okay, Bebin and Daida, aka Boss A. Good questions. I mean, because I'm curious, bro. Loyalty. Yeah, I'm in this body now, bro. Yeah, okay, you're gonna explain yourself? Okay. Okay, yeah, I see that. Oh, he does. He actually does hold her most dear. He actually does care. But like a lot. Why? Why? Okay. I want to know that story. Oh shit, he sees a parent. That's why he starts to cry. Ah. So many things. It just brings a smile to my face. This intro is just good. It's just good. Battle with the gods? Healed up, but not great. Not great at all. Yikes. Yeah. Oh. We can heal you. Oh. I forget her name. Anne? I think it's Anne. Get back. Healing music. Whoa! Healing goo. Yeah. That's your real queen, dude. Ugh. Get this lady some booze. Potions. I don't think so. I don't even understand. I just want to help people. Oh, I love healing. Yeah! Well, okay then. That's some faith. Hmm. Bosse. Yeah. Boom. Capable of taking on any foe. But what about gods? What was that Battle of the Gods nonsense? Oh, hi guys! The band's all back together. What? What? I fucking love her! Oh my god! That was great! What a great setup for like, I'm gonna berate you. I thought she was gonna slap one of them. Well, oh, she has no clue. Ah! He's in a fight for his life against Oken right now. Let's go, guys. Yeah, we're gonna need to get there. All right, Hokuro with the. Why did we do that setup moment? It's like we didn't show Domas going and retrieving his sword. Hokuro's gonna use that crossbow. We were just reminded of it. He's gonna use it in a crucial moment. Interesting. Dude, healing is the best. Healing is absolutely the best. I don't understand any of this. I don't even agree with most of you. Fuck it. I've done my part. Go. Doesn't have to protect, yeah. We've seen that before. Thanks, Ann. Wakarimashita. Yes, sir. Oh, thunk, 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 thunk. All right. Things are shaping up in a positive direction, but we will see. Tell us the story. Huh? Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Oh, the memories are lighting up. Whoa! That's such a cool idea. No, he's just reliving them himself. You just get to see them. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. Okay. Fire. Classic. Whoa. Whoa. Partly true, partly false. But, uh, like, useless to the story. He just disregards it. Whoa. Okay, baby Miranjo, hello. You did this to us. It's your fault. They fought. Something like that? Or because they're mages. Okay. Healings from there too. Healings from this place too. Whoa. Like a daughter to him. What the fuck? I love that as a line. Right. Backs to the wall against gods. Uh-oh. All the main gods, yeah. What are they even? There's gonna be a betrayal. There's gonna be a betrayal. This is a trap. Oh, never mind. Wow. And so they will continue doing the same. Okay. Reform. But then the gods will come. Oh. Worse. They'll be enraged themselves. Happily giving it away. Not fighting against the gods. I'm so interested in this, like, past god king history shit thing. Which we've already established is something awful. Great. Betrayal. This is the group. This is the group. Murder in the night. Where's your daughter? Where's your daughter? She's gonna kill them all. She's skilled in magic. She's got the little dolls. Betrayal. There it is. That's a crazy story. Very fun. Weird place to put it in here, but I love it. I'm down. Yeah. I'm gonna kill ya. Okay, wow. We are over here now. Oh my god, buddy. Whoa. Little buddy. Oh, he is getting tired of dodging. Dodge, Bojji. Dodge for your life. Run, Bojji. Yeah, that's more important. Let's go. Wow, he's trying to keep his attention. Fucking Bojji. Again and again. Never mind. That's not what I thought it was. That's the guy. Yeah, that guy. Oh. Ow. However, what you thinking about, Moranjo? Okay, is Oken just taking a break now? Where is Oken in frame? Like, he rubbed his head once. I don't... Yeah? That won't work. Go for it. A soul trapped in a mirror? Where's Oken? There he is. Okay. What? Okay. Uh-huh. Oh. Do it up, bro. Airstrike. Airstrike incoming. Zap. Oh, he's gonna grab him. Oh, thwack. Ah, helplessness. He's catching him. Whoa. Fucking Despa. Zap. What did he just do? It's not working. Oh, straight through and down. That's very bad. That's all you had, guys. That's the only thing that has worked. Everyone, please run. Can we put him in a box? Can we get a big box and just drop it on his head? Oh, Despa, don't. No, 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 no. Don't do this. No, the mentor doesn't have to die. That's the heart. He's dead. Healing's out of power. Healing's out of power. And we know he's bad at running. I mean, he's a terrible fighter, right? Yeah. You suck at this, bro. You're a theorist. Brain power. Yeah. Which doesn't work very well when you have an unstoppable monster in front of you. Analyze. Analyze and intuit. My intuition tells me to run away. Is he Bojji dodging? Oh my god, what? He's gonna hold him down. Bruh, no, 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 no. Huh? Huh? That'll interrupt that thought real quick. Hold him. Hold him, hold him, hold him, hold him, hold him, hold him. Fucking shit. We're getting desperate. It's not gonna do anything. Shattered the mask. That's cool, though. And he's not a monster under there. He looks like himself. That's gonna be weird seeing his actual expressions. Oh, fun. Lovely. Does the mask reform too? Whoa. It does. And we see these weird spirals in his eyes. Oh, fuck. You can't block that. You gotta get out of here, bro. Yeah, we're doing this, like, funeral dirge in the background music-wise. There's the laughing. Oh! Okay. I mean, I guess that's an option. That was a weird sequence at the end. Some really cool things in this episode, and some things that felt really muddled as well. Kind of a mix. Intriguing and very fun to watch. I don't know if it's how I would have done it. Not that I have the relevant, like, qualifications to determine that, but I'll talk about it anyway. Oh god. Hold on. Hold on. Hold up a second. Let's redo that really quick. There we go. All right. We start the episode off with, okay, so I was saying it as we faded out in the ED, but there were some things in this episode that I think are really interesting, and some answers to questions that we've had that I've had at least, that I wanted the answers to, and we got pieces of those answers, and those things are intriguing. There were also things in this episode that I felt were muddled, and some of that has to do with, like, the way the music was used in that last sequence. I felt like they were trying to drag it out and drag out this sense of despair a little bit too far. It just felt a little bit to me, but I understand what they're doing. They're doing this weird thing with, I guess, with Kage. That's very interesting. And maybe a reveal about the Shadow Clan and all of that jazz, which is intriguing. But we start off with a really fun sequence where we ask the relevant questions of the person who can actually answer them for us. Bose, who is in the mirror, and what are your real intentions? Because I want to get King Daida back. He says before we jumped into preview, I've seen the darkness in the hearts of many people, and then something else. And I've tried to see through to what's deep inside. I am a viewer of folks and a determiner of kind hearts, including you. And I believe him in this, because we've seen him test those aspects as Bose. We've seen him follow those lines as Bose. We've seen him engage in those things. And we've seen him construct a kingdom full of people who, at least the ones directly around him, are for the most part those people. And then there's Miranjo, who we've seen as a betrayer, and I don't understand why he cares about her. So that conflict ends up being very interesting to me. I'm intrigued by this, I don't know, this thing that he's said. The OP is still stunning, it's still fantastic, and out here we go. Oh, Oppius breaking down. This is all cool. I have to give Oppius credit. If I'm gonna give Daida credit for his I'm such a fool moment, I have to give Oppius credit for his. Although he doesn't change his mindset, I'm such a fool, it's not I shouldn't have done any of this stuff, it's that everything turned out wrong, right? He's really, like, his loyalty to Miranjo is not in question. He's going to be loyal to her regardless. You have to save her, please, I beg you, right? He's still on that track. He doesn't view that as the core thought, but the way that he's gone about it has been foolish. So it's a little bit different, but it's a little bit the same. I like that we have Anne here as another character to look around and stuff, and I love healing throughout this whole sequence. In fact, throughout this whole episode. Healing is just my favorite character, and this is some sick shit. Antidote and power! Such warmth. Damn right. This is your queen, Oppius. Like, I don't understand his dedication to Miranjo. And that's just on me. I understand that the story has done what it needs to in order to indicate that that exists, but, like, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get where it comes from. He does say he wanted to save her from silence. I love this moment where we follow him as he stands up. It really makes him feel like he's standing up quickly, like we're really indicating how healed he is, which is great. Okay, and we move along. No worries. We'll stay here. I love this moment. I think this moment is very cool. We get a picture of Bose standing against the world, essentially, right? This is Bose standing against the world and standing in front of Healing Goo, and her looking up at him and expressing in the present that feeling of hope. She thought that Bose would be someone who could save us all, that kind of a thing. And maybe he was. Maybe he did. We don't really know. We don't know how the rest of that story with the war with the gods fully played out. It's an interesting question, but I think he probably has a role to play in it. I'm really interested in that part of this story because lore and backgrounds and stuff are more interesting to me in a lot of cases than like what's going on now. And in this particular case, it's just such a fascinating background that seems really intriguing. Okay, I love these boys. They run around a corner. They drop to their knees. Wow, we're ready to serve. We're ready to serve. We're ready to serve. Oh, please. Oh, God. And she gets, I think, furious. I don't know. But we do this whole big setup where she gets up here, pushes him out of the way. And I thought she was going to slap Domas. And she comes out with the most, like, forceful... Yes. You are forgiven. Now work hard. Excellent. This reminds me of something I was listening to a while ago about how to handle disciplining your kids, or how to handle like when your kids are having a tantrum or something like that, and how one of the worst things that you can do is hold resentment for it beyond the fact, right? Like if they've done something wrong and you hold resentment for that beyond the fact, or if they're holding it, having a tantrum and you know they overcome it and you help them through overcoming it, or you put them in timeout and they overcome it and you hold it over them after the fact. The act of like accepting that someone is done with a thing that they've done, that they felt they needed to do, or they were out of control of their emotions or whatever, looking them in the eye and going, you're forgiven, it's done, and then never ever bringing it up again is the most powerful thing that you can do in a circumstance like this. And it's in my experience, it's really great with kids. It's super important to do with kids, but it's also great with friends. And I've saved friendships by doing this, and I've saved things that weren't even friendships that then became friendships, specifically and explicitly because of forgiving somebody, or or on the flip side, because of apologizing to them. Those things are really important, and everybody should do them. But this willingness to forgive from healing is just another check mark in her book of best fucking girl ever. Okay, so says a bunch of stuff about the underworld. Who is... I don't really understand this interaction. King Dessa, who's that? Whoa! And she gets this face that's like, I don't understand it. I don't really get it. The king of the underworld, second in the ranking of kings. I just don't understand some of the faces through here. It's a little weird. Anyway, I thought we were doing like a real Chekhov's crossbow here. Why is this cut here? This is so distinct. 1, 2, 3. Three full seconds. I don't know why it's there. Okay, so everybody goes off running in different directions, and we tell a story. She is a child, a mother, and a teacher to me. I went traveling to fight a bunch of things, and I went to the magical kingdom. New reveal. Bosse experiencing memories inside Daida's body causes Daida and Miranjo to see those memories. What? And gives Daida the pieces of the puzzle that he might need to put together what's really going on here. What? Fascinating. Absolutely, positively fascinating. So, here we are. They're a magical kingdom with magical powers, and they're the first to revolt against the gods because they have magic powers. Dude, the gods are so creepy. I love them. They look like Adventure Time characters or some shit. They're super scary. This one looks like that king of old, but man, these gods are so creepy. And it seems like they've got this whole king thing going on, right? Like they're crowned and they all have this whole king thing. Are there kings before this point? I don't know. Does he call Houma a kingdom? In the Houma kingdom, people could use to learn to use magic. Only gods could use. And this is showing a king. This is a kingdom. Huh, I was thinking that like the king thing might be inherited from that. Okay, they were the first ones who stood up to them. But from what I've been told, the Houma kingdom used their magic to produce all kinds of atrocities, is what he says, right? Use your magic to commit every kind of atrocity there is. And we get this really interesting frame from him where he's like gritting his teeth a little bit or something. We do this very slow zoom. And he completely ignores the question. It may be so. They may have. We don't know. He just refuses to answer the question. Very interesting. Doesn't even acknowledge it. Very interesting. That was where I met Miranjo. Great. Meet the girl. She's a wonderful little girl, and she's a great girl. Her father was an outstanding wizard. We were both fighting each other to the death, which implies that this was a consensual duel, right? And not a murder, not like, I'm going to come here and kill you. We were both fighting each other to the death, and I killed him. And his mother, or his wife, healed me. She saved me. And we have, for the first time, shown healing magic by somebody other than healing goo. I wonder if there's any relation here. Wouldn't that be interesting? I think it would. I think it would be very interesting, but I don't know. So kind. All of the people in her land were nice, but she was exceptionally kind. I doubt this. This is not the way that you write a society. Sorry. Sorry, author. I have a gripe with this. I understand that we're trying to show this in broad strokes, and Bosse's perspective isn't necessarily accurate, but this doesn't exist. There's no such thing. All of the people in her land were nice? No. Not a chance. Characterizing a whole society as nice and kind is false. It's never true. I love that we almost always show Miranjo playing with dolls. It lets that linger in the back of our heads that she's going to become one, right? Interesting. Playing with she's a Disney princess, right? She's great at magic. She's got a loving mother. And we get this poignant line, be sure to build your own happiness on the happiness of others. I hard agree with this to some extent. Building your life around producing happiness for others, I agree with. Building your own happiness contingent on the happiness of others, I disagree with. Do you see the distinction? Because if you do the latter, then if everyone else is unhappy, you are precluded from the possibility of happiness, right? If you do the former, it leaves the door open. You can be happy on your own and improve that happiness by improving the happiness of others, which I think works. I think works actively. I think when you do things that improve the well-being of others, it improves your well-being. Flat. I think it's just true, as long as you don't hurt yourself in the process. But to build your own happiness on the happiness of others, I agree with the sentiment, and I disagree with the way it's phrased. And we get this little cuteness from there, and we fight with the gods some more, and he fights along with them. All right. Fighting and winning and winning and fighting and losing and fighting and fighting and losing. This is super duper creepy. What are they? They're just big people. What are they? I don't know. So, they decided to work with the Yakuza. which sounds weird. And it's all fucked up. So we renovate the whole thing with our wisdom and power, teach them magic and benefit them greatly. And they take advantage of us. So this is classic. This is bad juju. It is also a problem, though. This whole society of thievers and liars. At the very least, they express it in the form of they had always been ruled over by other people, like they'd never had autonomy themselves, and so it was, it's sort of no wonder that this is the way that they turned up. This is the way of life that they ended up having to accomplish, and then that produces this type of a society. Again, it's no, yes, but. No. What it does is it blame shifts on these individuals to some extent. I think it does. I think it blame shifts, and it brings the fault. It tries to bring the fault onto like the Houmas or the other people who are occupying this city, which it might be, but I don't know. It's the individual decisions of the individuals to thief and lie, or to thieve and lie. But I won't get into the exact morality of that. It's a pretty clear Aesop, right? It's a pretty straightforward and simple Aesop. I'm just disagreeing with the fundamental assumptions of the Aesop, I think. And by an Aesop, I mean like a tale that has a clear moral, which in this case is, don't throw pearls before swine, I suppose, but I don't think that's what it is. It's not an indictment of the Houmas for trying to, or Houmas, for trying to help and renovate the Yakuza kingdom. It's not their fault, or we're not trying to lay blame at their feet for doing that. That's an altruistic act. I was just saying again that building your happiness on the happiness of others is no, building your happiness on producing happiness for others, I should say, is a great way to go. But there is something about it that to do that can be condescending, and deeply so, especially if it's across like a cultural boundary or an ethnic or racial boundary. It can be extremely condescending, right? Big problems occur when people outside of a group try to assume that they know what's best for the people within that group. Or even when people within a group decide that they try to know what's best for the people within that group. Basically, whenever one person decides that they know better, what they know best what's good for someone else, I'm going to step back from that and say like, well, maybe not. Maybe that's not your place. Because that's the nature of things. And I understand that I'm hypocritical in this because I will often express ideas that I think I know what should be done in a certain circumstance, or what somebody should do in a certain circumstance, toward fictional characters and toward real people. So I'm a hypocrite in this, fair and granted, but any time that starts occurring, there's a red flag. There's an indication of the potential for a problem, at least. So they begin losing the fight, and then the turn happens. This is really well executed. This group of people, I think, is the same group of faces. And this big guy in the back and this bald guy, I think these are the same people that we saw in Miranjo's vision, who stepped out and berated her. Or in the Daida Miranjo half-shared vision thing. Is something the matter? ... Stab. This is really nicely done. The smile. Nice. Good sound. Good pace, good flow, turning to the faces and showing them as awful now, and then upstairs they go, and Miranjo turns to look to see these bad people entering her room. Grr, I hate it. And Daida watches as well. So they side with the gods, and they attack. And they win. So it's all your fault, and we return to the present. I don't know how to do this better, but I didn't like the flow of this. It didn't feel like it flowed to me. I guess they used Kage to transition, because he's hearing the story from Miranjo, I guess, or he's hearing something from Miranjo, I guess. I guess that's where we're drawing it. I'm not sure. The fights are cool as usual. I think they do a really good job of demonstrating that Bojji is on a back foot. Quite literally, as he's leaping away here. But from facial expressions and his movements, we see that Bojji is tired, that he's pouring every bit of energy he has into every bit of movement that he does, everything that he tries. And interruption, bam, zap, but lightning rod. Okay, I love how Despa is throughout this. It's very cool. And I have a problem with this whole sequence. So we get this one moment, right? Captain Despa, you're back. Woo! Oken rubs his face. I guess he's blinded by the lightning, is what we're supposed to infer from this, as happened before. I think. And then for the next, 2 minutes, we don't show Oken. So this is the frame after it's 14:30. Despa yelling some stuff. Flash to this place. Bojji gets a full chance to cry. You don't have to think of yourself as being powerless. It almost sounds as if you've won. Well, we'll smash you. Threaten the mirror. What the hell are you? Yes, what the hell am I? Something seems off. Yes, what's going on? Oken appears in frame again at 15:50. So it's less than I thought. It's a minute and 10 seconds, or a minute and 20 seconds, minute and a half. That's still a long, long time. And it seems like as much time is actually passing in universe. This is a 90-second blind duration? I doubt it. All right, so we zap him again, and he does a magic. Okay, this whole thing with catching the stuff is really cool. I've seen through your moves, but so has he. He's experienced this before, and now he knows what to do. Really cool as a villain, the sort of just figuring stuff out and Really cool. Everyone will be killed. So we go and we fight, and he gets stabbed. And then he reforges all his shit, and we see all of this. Despa is bad at this, and he catches him. It's pretty awesome. It's a pretty cool moment. Pretty cool choice to use his analysis and intuition to try to win. And to try to do a... I'm thinking of it as actually like a scene in a D&D show that I've seen where it's a Jolene Sybin, where this character grabs another character and then calls lightning upon them in order to defeat them. But in this case, it's a self-sacrifice in order to take his brother down, and Oken, of course, does not want to do this. We flash to it, and we have this sequence that I think is not happened. It's all imagined. There are still others that you have to save. And it's ended by the stab. Really well paced there. And then everything after this point I have a problem with. Kind of. A lot of it's the music. Okay, I'll step back. I don't have a problem with it. I will strike that from the record. I don't have a problem with it at all. I just felt like it went a little bit too far in producing this feeling of despair, which it is intending to do. Maybe it didn't bother anybody else, but it felt a little bit much to me. A lot of the show in the first 10 episodes or so was just enough every time. Exactly on the money. Never too long, never too short, never too much, never too little, never too much emphasis, never too little, never over the top, never under. This is just a little over the top. In contrast with what this show has done before, this doesn't feel as good to me. Does that make sense? I hope you won't take it as a harsh criticism. It's not intended to be. Man, we knock his mask fully off, and we get to watch him sit up, and we see his damn face, still with the same mustache. I expected him to be like an animal under here, or ragged, or torn up, or like Deadpool, shredded. He's just himself, with googly eyes. That's more terrifying than anything else. That's absolutely horrifying. I don't like it at all. And his mask reforms. Someone mentioned before that they think that the armor and the sword seems like it's an extension of Oken, or that he feels that it is, and thus his immortality might extend out to those. Makes sense to me. I'll believe it. The fight goes badly, and Kage feels like there's nothing he can do. Bojji gets stabbed, genuinely stabbed in the leg. Not sure how. And in this moment, we zoom in on Kage's eye, and it expands into a wave of awfulness. And I wonder if that's going to reflect on the story of the Shadow Clan. And I wonder if we can calm him out of this. It's very reminiscent to me of Kill la Kill and the loss of control that happens there in episode 8 or something. Very interesting. What is Kage becoming? And what will he do? And will he be able to hold himself back from hurting the people that he cares about? Or will he have to, will he be able to kill Oken? We saw a shadow person being used as a portal. Does he have a portal inside his belly? We've seen him work like a bag of holding, right? He just pops stuff inside himself and then takes it out. Can he just pop Oken into an extra dimensional space forever and just be like, bye? Because that would be great. That would be lovely. Be the only way we could get rid of him, right? I don't know. I don't know the answer to any of these questions, but I do know that this was a pretty cool episode of Ousama ranking, which I've had my gripes about, but it was still a pretty cool episode. And that's all I'm here to say. I think I've said all my pieces. There were some interesting parts, some things that I wanted to talk about, and we did. So there we go. There we go. Ousama ranking, done. I'll see you next week for the next episode. You can check on the Patreon, which is a little off schedule right now. There will be Patreon videos to an early access. You can check that out. Okay, peace.